What's going on, guys? Thought I'd give everybody a little perspective today on a ride down here in South Texas. Got the Mexico border to my left all the way up to Laredo, so I got a nice 100-mile drive. And I thought I'd give everybody a look into what it looks like down here, because a lot of people haven't traveled down here, and partially you can't even tell sometimes that you're still in Texas. We'll go around some of these sharp turns and drive through these little towns. I'm going to try to keep up with the chat, but I got to keep my eyes on the road. David, and don't forget to save what's going on, fellas. Jay, what's up? Hey, we're just going for a little ride today. I said, I plan on doing some rips from the road tonight, so I figured I'd drive some people down here down the border towns down here in South Texas. I'm in Roma. I'm going to be very, very close to the Border Patrol and one of the crossings up here in Roma. It's get a good glimpse of the Rio Grande. J Bob, what's up, fella? So today, some people get to see some different terrain and trying to. Well, I'm going to keep my eyes on the road. I'm not going to keep up with the stream. I'm just going to go for a little ride, and thank you guys for saying stay safe. I try to do that every day out here. It's not always easy, but it's a very windy day down here in Texas. So no baseball cards today, but I'm hoping tonight I'll be at a Target in San Antonio, and I hope to rip some packs. We'll see what they have inside, and I'll rip some packs. I am now in Roma, Texas, and Roma is right down here at the border. They actually have a crossover up here. So hopefully the stream comes through pretty good. You're able to get get to see the terrain. Right now it's not a whole lot. There's not a lot to see uh, other than just the houses and the signs and what have you. The different places down here. A lot of it is in Spanish, so you really at times can't even tell which side of the border you're on. But they have I think the customs is up here on my left. Oh, that may be the high school. No, that's the high school. Big high schools in Texas. If you guys have never been to Texas, their high schools look a lot like college campuses. They have massive football fields down here. Thank you, J Bob. But that to my left is Roma High School. It is very large, but it actually has one of the smaller football stadiums that you see down here. But it is a massive campus. So you can see the left and the right, it's nothing but shrubbery. A lot of that down here, and it is hot. Very, very hot down here. Hey, B More. Driving my truck, man. Headed up this Laredo and then this Eagle Pass and then to San Antonio. So I'm hoping to get to San Antonio before 5 o'clock. and I'll be parked in hopefully in a Target parking lot tonight, and we'll just rip whatever they have. Uh, that Target typically doesn't have a lot of baseball cards, but we'll find something to open. I mean, and I'll do a stream tonight maybe and do a rips from the road segment, a number two. I haven't done one in a while. I actually have only ever done one. I said I was going to make it a segment, but we're going to hopefully find some cards at the Target tonight and open them in the truck. We'll turn the camera around and get the perspective of the truck. Right now we're just cruising along. Nice, easy ride today. But I got to get in and out of the truck about 10 times, and it's going to be very hot and sweaty. So once I get my shower tonight, I will open up some cards. And that beeping was letting you know that I crossed over the line without using my signal, because it tells on me when I get outside the lines. Thanks, Be More. Appreciate it, buddy. I can read a little bit of it if I take my eyes. My camera is like right in front of my windshield, so I'm able to see pretty good. And you can see the cactus, a lot of cactus or cacti, I guess they call them down here, but a lot of that down here on the left. And the Rio Grande is right to my left, and there's a blimp. They have Border Patrol blimps down here, which is freaking pretty cool. But the blimp that usually is up is actually down on the ground right now. I'm looking to my left, and I can see it. They must be doing some work. But they have like camera blimps that they float above the border. Pretty interesting. Um, it's like a white blimp. They have them stay like staggered every few miles, I guess, where they can't really patrol the area. They use the blimps above the, and there goes the Border Patrol past me right there. They use the blimps, I guess, to keep an eye on the border, but it's pretty unique. It's been a hot button issue as far as, you know, the country goes for a long time, and the people down here in South Texas are like all for border protection. It's weird that you would think these people down here would be more apt against it, but a lot of these Hispanic guys that are now U.S. citizens really they want the border protection because they came over and are legal, and they want everybody to do it the same way. So it's pretty interesting when you talk to these people down here about it. Heat sensor blimps, is that what they are? I have no idea. They're white blimps and they're along the border. But yeah, maybe they do pick up like signatures. Um, I feel like one of the Fast and the Furious movies had something like that. No, none of the wall down here because the Rio Grande runs along this portion of the border, more in the West Texas area. I think it's where the wall is. I have not actually been over there, but if I uh, if I get over there, I'm definitely going to see if I can't take a look. And I got to get slow down because this guy is going 42 miles an hour in a 60-mile-an-hour zone. So I think he's pulling off the road to want me to pass him, but we have to wait for this car. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, Elias, I actually had a bunch of guys that used to work for me that they would take like 3 weeks vacation. They would all come down here, and they would tell me stories about how they got across the border, and once they became citizens, and how it how it changed, and how much the federales on the other side would give them a hard time. And used to be a lot of interesting stories there. Come on, fella. Get off the road, man. Oh yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not. I don't want to get on the political stance of it either. It's more or less just the. I mean, we have borders in Canada. I mean, they'll find a way. I know the ranchers and stuff down here that have the farms and the like the have to deal with the cartels coming around their farms and ranches, and I know that they're all for it. But like I said, I just think it's cool being down here because it's always something different being down here. You know, it's not a lot of people travel, to Mexico, not via car. If you're going to travel, a lot of people will fly, maybe cross the border in one section, but not drive along the border. So yeah, pick a lane. He was picking up limbs or something. He was all over the place, but that's my life every day. So I think my tolerance has gone up for it, but it's really not. Uh, it's really not that bad today. Traffic is very, very thin. See, there's the windmill. I'm trying to remember where the. I mean, I wish I could show you to my left because that was like an epic view right there of the valley, kind of right there. You can't quite see into Mexico from where I'm at because I haven't gotten that close. But the view is amazing, looking over the valley area. They're building there to the left. I would like to see just for my own, just because I think it would be cool to see portions of the wall being built. Just you know, I think it's like almost a landmark at this point. But I'm gonna try to see if I can do this. No, I can't do it. I don't want to grab the phone. If I grab the phone, I'm being illegal. I'm not supposed to have the phone in my hand. So there's Laredo, 80 miles away, which is quite a drive for me. But let me see if I can read the chat while I have nothing here. Da, da, da. Yeah, you can see the. I don't know if you can see the windmill or the. Yeah, I guess the windmill farm is what they call it up there. And windmills should be going today because the wind has been blowing for the last 24 hours down here. And I think if you look up on the left-hand side here, you'll see the windmill farm. They have a few of these scattered throughout. They do have cruise control. I'm actually on cruise control right now. Yeah, I want everybody to believe I don't have it and that my job is harder than it actually is. But no, I have cruise control. When you're in traffic, it's hard to use it, but like out here right now, it's pretty nice. And you gotta stay in my lane, or else the rumble strips will get me. But it's like 9 o'clock, 9:30 here right now. Yeah, so it's pretty early in the morning. So I know the West Coast is probably just waking up to. Probably don't even have sunshine over there yet, do you? I didn't know how loud it was going to be with the truck running, trying to talk and drive, and if it would come through or not. So sounds like at least it's coming through. 7:30 on the West Coast. So you got sunlight now. And there's some windmills up to the right hand side, another windmill farm. A lot of it's good to see this as far as energy is concerned. That's a pretty nice way to produce energy. I know a lot of. I went to Germany for about a month, and a lot of the windmill farms over there, they produce so much of their own energy there. I feel like the U.S. has really fell behind in that area, but now with the solar panels and these windmills, I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, I am too. I have more signal now on the border than I do in my living room. Of course, in my living room, I think the Taliban in a cave actually have better reception than I do in my living room. It is it is quite bad where I live. I have no idea why. I'm in town, but see if I can turn that to the windmills on the right. I'm actually more impressed that my phone is staying in the holder because my phone has barely has a grip on the end because I turn it sideways for Streamlabs. I usually have it upright for my maps. But here comes some trucks. But they have big passing lanes here. You're not like a single lane. I mean, it's like a single lane, but they have a nice little strip in the middle. But these windmills are massive. I mean, absolutely massive. I don't know if I can get it over there or not. But pretty cool. See, San Diego, you were in the good part of Mexico there. You were in the party. That's the party side, isn't it? I'd never been over that far. I think far west as I've been is like maybe Vegas, I guess. I've never even been to California. But I don't volunteer to go there in my truck because it takes too long and it messes up my routine if I have to go to California because it's kind of a 2 week trip, but you don't get like 2 full weeks of pay. It's kind of split up. It's really like getting paid for a week and a half. But you come to Texas, you like max out your pay driving a truck. So I pretty much stay in Texas and volunteer for pretty much any part of it. This is a really good paying trip here because this is a lot of miles driving down through here, but it is, like I said, it's pretty gorgeous. There's no traffic to speak of. A lot of scenery. So typically I couldn't live stream from my truck doing this, but when you're out here, it's pretty easy because there's not a lot to go off of. Not a lot of traffic going on. Oh, let me get in the right hand lane. I'm taking up both lanes now. There's a car just stopped in the middle of the road. Just stopped. What are you doing on the phone? Wow. I mean, there's a turn lane there, but they don't turn from the turn lane. They turn from the left-hand lane. So let's see. It used to be 20 years ago. I'm not yet Tijuana. I don't. Yeah. That's what when I was growing up. That was like the place to be. Like you went into Mexico through that side, but it was always like that was the party side. I'm not sure like how many crossovers there are, how many entry points there are. I assume that along the border there's got to be multiple entries to get through. Like I know I went through the one in Brownsville this morning. It was right there. That's like the main one. That one gets backed up pretty good. But I'm not sure along this border how many there actually are. But it is pretty I guess uneventful through this area of Texas. Um, when you go through these little towns though, and you see like these taco stands, man, I want to. If you're gonna buy a taco from a taco stand, I feel like this is where you have to. I mean, you're like right. I mean, you're basically in Mexico, so I feel like the tacos got to be pretty good. Hey Garrett, welcome, man. I'm doing my first actual live stream of me driving in the truck, so this is just a different perspective for some people to see. So thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but mostly keeping my eyes on the road here. Just want one of these random animals to cross. I forget what the Mexican like. They have like a mythological creature. I think it's like Chipacadre, Chipo. Somebody have to help me out on that. There's like some mythical creature in Mexico. I know it starts with a C. It's like Chipa something, Chica something. But they used to always make fun of me, and they used to tell me about this animal, and I believed them. Yeah, that one. I'm not even gonna try to say it because I've already butchered it twice, David. Thank you. Yeah, but it's like this mythological creature that like, and they tried to pass it off as like this animal. Oh, we got this down here, and I'm like, oh, I've never seen one of those. Oh yeah, you gotta look for them. But apparently it's a myth, like the Loch Ness monster and Bigfoot. I don't know. But I'm surprised the stream is actually holding up driving along this. I mean, I am in the middle of nowhere. Like there is green for as far as I can see. I think I've gotten a little bit away from the border. My fourth stop today is actually right on the border. Like I should be able to. I've got two stops in Laredo, then a stop in Eagle Pass, and the one in Eagle Pass, literally their backyard is the border. So I'm very interested to see this because I've never been there before. So I don't know if I can actually like see Mexico or if it's like maybe the river. I'm definitely interested to see though. It makes my job very fun when I get to go to places that I never, don't really get to very often. As you see, there's a lot of like rundown, like just abandoned places along here. But a lot of border down here. You said Mexican snipe hunting. Don't know what that is. I've never actually been to Mexico. I mean, I've seen Mexico from a distance, but never actually been into Mexico. So it kind of makes me want to go watch the movie We Are the Millers because I feel like that he drove down here and they drove across the border again. That and Jennifer Aniston's in it. I mean, I don't know if I need another reason. This guy behind me is in a hurry, so I gotta make sure I grab this right-hand lane and see if he blows my doors off. Nice Chevy Silverado. But I got one little town coming up here, and I figured I'd end the stream when I got up here and like just give everybody a little peek of this. This road's kind of, if you see like 1,000 feet of it, you've seen 10 miles of it because it's all pretty much the same once you get past the windmills. And this is a lot of just what they call the valley down here. But pretty interesting. Like I said, I I still think it's pretty awesome down here. What's it say? Almost all of my family right by the border. Well, they got to be like, oh, are they on the Mexico side, Elias, or are they on the U.S. side? Oh, yeah, they. I mean, I noticed that from the like Google Maps pictures I was looking at there. It's very populated just across the state, up right across the line. It's very populated. It looks like so. J Bob, I typically don't shoot down anymore. I am friends with family that can speak Spanish. Oh, most Mexico sides. Like I said, it looks. I mean, not along this stretch of road right here, but like along a lot of places. There's some pretty populated areas down here. I mean, this to my left is gorgeous, man. It is. I mean, it's just like shrubbery and stuff, but I mean, it's just green everywhere. Like, and I feel like I'm a pretty far distance from the border at this point, right where I'm at. And then as I get closer to Laredo, I get right back into it. But pretty scenic. You don't get to drive when you drive in the Northeast. You don't get to see this like all this green and wide open spaces. It's pretty nice. Got the palm trees everywhere. Uh, what highway is this? Two? I don't know. I closed out my. I think it was like Interstate 2 at one point. I don't know. Maybe I'll see a sign up here. I don't know if it's still 2 or if it turned into something else back there. I just know that I'm on this road for like 120 miles. And when I get up here to Laredo, I have to get off. So, David, thanks for coming in, man. I appreciate it. And I will definitely do that. This is 83 North, Elias. 83 North. Between Mission, Texas and Laredo, Texas. Real close to the border. Yeah, yeah. This like I said, this runs right along the border like the whole way to my left. The left side of the road. I mean, you're literally at any point like either 1,000 yards to a couple miles from Mexico. Yeah. Oh, see, that's cool, Elias. Like I said, it runs right along. Like I said, I'll get once I get to Eagle Pass, I'll turn up and go to San Antonio. But in Eagle Pass, I am literally going to be staying. I could probably throw a rock into the river. So I'm pretty excited about that. So if you guys do watch this, look for me tonight. Like I said on the live stream, doing a rips from the road segment 2 or volume 2 or whatever you want to call it. I I'm really I'm really gonna make it my mission. I may have to stop early take a break and try to buy some cards before I even get to that target. So I may end up opening basketball, Pokemon. I don't know. I'm opening something tonight. And if I do if I do buy some Pokemon, I will be contacting J Bob and finding out what what packs I should buy because I've still yet to pull the trigger on them. I keep putting them in my hand and in my basket, but I will not buy them because I'm just like, I think these are the wrong ones. So, Corey the Coyote. Yeah. Yeah. It's part of the wolf pack, man. The wolf pack, like in The Hangover, it's a one person wolf pack. Stay to the left. Yeah, I will definitely hit you up if that's all they have. Like I said, this I'm curious because my timing is going to be interesting because I may actually hit the target after the restock, and if I do that, I definitely will be purchasing some packs. I got some money in my PayPal right now in my bank account that I may end up blowing on baseball cards. So I know, Elias, but man, I really want to pull that out of a pack, man. I feel like if I get it from you, I'll stop looking, and then like it takes away the excitement of pulling it out of the pack. But I definitely, uh, I definitely will because I know you don't live far from me. You you're not but like an hour, hour and a half tops from me, if that. So maybe I could find some Griffies or something. He can put it in a pack and tape it back up. Uh, that'd be awesome, man. I actually have a buddy of mine who got the Bo Bichette vintage stock rookie card, number to 99, and the Luis Robert short print out of 2020 Tops, Series 1 and 2. And he wanted me to buy them, see if I wanted to buy them from him. And he also had the McCutcheon short print, the Mo Rivera short print, and a Lionel Messi card I know nothing about. But he offered it to me for $1,000, and I'm very tempted, very very tempted to do it because that Bo Bichette, if it comes back at 10, it's probably a $1,500 card. I mean, I sold my Alonso for like 1,100 bucks, so I feel like Bichette would get a little bit more. And that Luis Robert short print in a 10, I think that would be a very high dollar card. I think it's selling for like 200 bucks on eBay right now, raw. So I'm very tempted, but I think I'm going to steer clear for a little while and see if he wants to sell it as a lot. And I kind of would like to buy the Robert by itself, but as many packs of 2020 I plan on opening, I don't want to buy it yet. Yeah, man, it's about I have the like 95% of that opening day set finished and including the inserts. And I want that Robert to go in. I actually have an empty spot in my binder for that Robert to go in. I mean, it's not going to go in a one touch or top loader. It's going in my binder, and I'm going to put that binder up. And somebody finds that 20 years from now, there's no telling what that could be worth. But again, it could be a bust. He could be injured a lot. You know, baseball may never be the same again. We don't know. That's why prospecting is fun, but it's so hard to pay these astronomical prices for these guys because I mean, you can buy a PSA 10 Trout for $3,000 right now. I mean, that's kind of crazy if you think about it. You know what he is. You know what he's going to be. Why not invest your money in that instead of a guy that may or may not, make it? It's so crazy to me. I am all in on Luis Robert. Also, I think Luis Robert is one of the surest things in baseball in a long time. And I think the person who's going to benefit the most is going to be Eloy Jimenez. If you collect him, I feel like his prices are going to go down. because of the rookie class around him and the Robert being there. I think Jimenez is going to be like one of the best investments out there because he's cornered on both sides, like his own team. You know, he's got Robert, and then the rookie class, he's got Tatis and Vladdy and at least Alonso. So I feel like his value is he's very undervalued, and I really need to get him in some PSA 10 slabs because I feel like at the end of the career he could be the most valuable one out of this entire group. So yeah, Luis Robert, I don't know, man. It's just something about that kid. He has all the tools, but again, we've seen it before, we've heard it before, but I mean he's closest to a I think he's as close to a sure thing as there is. Like he's gonna be like the Acuñas and Soto. It's gonna be a fun 10, 12 year span in baseball. I think once we get back on the field. I thought there was card 2018 Bowman, $90 each. Jason, oh yeah, Jason Dominguez. Yeah, that's crazy. And I have like the Chrome, the first Chrome, and a couple of the first papers, and one of like the blue parallel, and I'm want to sell it. I'm really tempted to sell them because I mean the price is so high on him right now that it just doesn't make sense. I don't think he'll ever be as valuable as he is right now. But I feel like the Bowman prices are coming back to earth because so many people are starting to like not overpay these third party vendors on like Facebook Marketplace and eBay and Macari and all that. Because I refuse to buy it from a third party vendor that's going to charge me $35. I'm going to I'll buy it from an actual card shop or I'll buy it in the store if I see it, but I'm not going to give these people who go out and buy everything off the shelves my money. I can't do that. It's just ridiculous that they can make 15 bucks or 10 bucks. And I don't know, once you pay eBay fees, I don't even know how much they're making off of that. But Bobby Witt Jr. better. I agree. Cards and films, I agree 100%. I think that Bobby Witt Jr. is going to be the one in that class. Oh, I got to slow down. Wow. The truck beeped at me. That's the great thing about my truck is that it reads the signs, the speed limit signs, and it'll tell me when I'm over the limit. And especially down here, you don't want to get on a cop's radar because they will pull you over in here. But pretty interesting little town right here. Just I feel like these places to eat are just probably phenomenal. They look like very sketchy, but I feel like if you go in there, like their food is if they've been standing for this long, they've got to be phenomenal. Oh, sick. There's a very close to the border again. There's a Dollar General. That's probably one of the most southernmost Dollar Generals in the U.S. And there's a sheriff waiting to pull somebody over. Hopefully not me. I actually can see Mexico where I'm at right now. That is sick. There's the Rio Grande, and there is Mexico to my left. Holy cow, that is beautiful. I would love to grab the camera and show you guys, but there are cops, like insane amount of cops. And I understand it because like the river's right there. Like and I feel like I could cross that. Yeah, there's Mexico. That is pretty pretty cool. It'd be nice to live right here. You can actually just, I mean, you could see Mexico. Oh man, if I can grab it right here, I feel like I can't. There's two cops following me right now, so I can't grab my phone. But what river is this? Arroyo Valino. So if somebody wants to look on the map, you can see exactly where I'm at. Oh, that may not be Mexico. I may actually be looking at the wrong river. But I don't know where the wall is. I feel like the wall's on the west side of the state where the river doesn't uh, connect there. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the west side of the state, does the Rio Grande run the entire length of the border, or is it just it cuts off? I feel like I'm not up on my history as far as that goes, but I feel like there is some definite some wall like progress, but I feel like as big as this border is, I don't feel like there's actual like I don't know if there's enough to make a dent yet. I don't know. I've heard like 500 miles of wall was built. I don't know. Like that's kind of what I was hoping to see though. I was kind of like hoping to see that because like it never gets reported on like the wall, like the progress. Like you don't get to see pictures, I guess, unless you search it out maybe. But I feel like people probably have went and looked at it. Like I said, I mean, I'm curious about it. I mean, no matter what side of the fence you land on with that, I feel like you still it's like it's it's like part of our history now. I mean, it's going to be part of U.S. history for years, I would imagine. But who knows? It could be like the Berlin Wall and end up being torn down in 20, 30 years. So I did say side of the fence. That was I was going to say side of the wall, but I didn't feel like that was what side of the wall you land on because right now I am on the right side of the wall and I'm in Zapata County and I actually have quite a bit of stuff coming up. I gotta get this truck from in front of me so I can actually share this. But so Zapata County, I I cannot see it. Oh, I agree. I meant I meant Berlin Wall, like in general. I have no idea what they. Like I said, I think even the Hispanic population that lives on the U.S. side of the border down here, the ones I talk to that I deliver to, they're all for they're they're all like 100% for the wall. So, and in my opinion, it's the people who it affects directly. Not it doesn't affect me in North Carolina. It doesn't. I mean, not directly. Like these guys live it every day. So, yep, Zapta, Texas, PO 78076 post office is right to my right. So that is where I'm at. So you can see how close to the Mexican border I am right here. And like, there's a lot of pawn shops along this road too. Yeah, I'm not flying anywhere because I have a fear of flying. I think that's why I became a truck driver because I like to be in control at all times, and I cannot stand the takeoff, landing, the turbulence. There's nothing. I mean, I flew to Germany, and I took some uh, I took some something to help me sleep on my flight to London and then to Germany. So I cannot fly. I feel like that was a road right there that led to the border. Still 50 miles from Laredo, but we'll get to this little town right here and check out the scenery, and then I'll let you guys get back to your, you know, your everyday, whatever it is you're doing today. I just wanted to touch base with everybody and let you know I might be ripping some packs for my truck tonight. Oh, man. I might not be going anywhere tonight. Good Lord. But you can see all the signs. I mean, it's hard to tell sometimes which side you're on. Chicken fried steak at a Mexican restaurant. That's what I am talking about right there. Chicken fried steak at a Mexican restaurant. That's like going to a Mexican restaurant and ordering a cheeseburger. All right, let's get back over. Man. All right, let me see if I can catch up on the chat now that I'm in the. And let's see. They use ladders over the wall, digging. So I'm doing it. This is actually, Frank. This is considered like the valley of Texas. It's, when they tell me I got a delivery in the valley, that's what they actually down in the valley. That's what they call this. So it does probably resemble California pretty closely. But I've never been to California, so again, one of the 5 states I haven't been to. Yeah, I go to Texas every week. TX breaks. Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Dallas. I was in Dallas last week. It was a quick trip last week. I left my house and got back to my house in 4 days. So I had 3 full days off. I actually got a lot of my card stuff cleaned up. This weekend I have the house to myself. Everybody's going to be on vacation and at Myrtle Beach, so I am hoping to get a lot of card stuff. I got to ship out the auction items when I hopefully they'll be delivered today or tomorrow. So I actually thought about moving down here. I thought that I love Texas, man. I don't like the weather sometimes. I don't like the insane heat sometimes, but it's definitely a nice place to live. Plenty of space out here. You can find a spot, man. I don't know that I would come this far south, but I really like San Antonio. I like the San Antonio Austin area, so I would definitely do that. Yeah, I was unloading the back of my truck. I had like 14 pieces at 7 a.m. this morning in Mission, Texas, and my back sweat had back sweat. It was insane how hot it was. The mugginess as soon as you get out of the truck. I mean, right now it is nice, but and right, the cost of living compared to other areas where if you were to build this stuff, like California, I mean, you could take a California house, put it in North Carolina, and it's 10 times less valuable as soon as you put it in North Carolina. Like they charge insane amounts for property in Texas or in California, like $1 million house, and what you can get in North Carolina for $1 million and what you can get in California is terrible, man. It should not it should not be like that. It should not matter where you live, but California is basically its own country at this point. I feel like. Let's see. San Antonio's nice. My daughters live in Austin. Oh, Austin's beautiful. I love Austin. And it's a college town, which is always they always seem to be a little better. I live in a college town myself, so it's expensive to live in Austin though compared to the rest of the state. Well, that's the capital city, so yeah, probably It probably is more expensive. Yeah, Frank, you guys in Texas, you guys in California are really, whew, you guys are hit hard with that cost. It is crazy, man. So, like I said, it's see if I can flip it around. I don't want to touch the screen until I do that. Oh, so pretty right there. So beautiful. Man, it is awesome. I bet I wouldn't want to walk out there though. Good Lord. That's why you hear these stories of these guys that cross. Like I had a bunch of guys that work for me all cross the border, and they talked about how long it took them to get across the border and how much heat. I mean, this heat down here. I mean, I can't imagine how many people die trying to get across between drowning and there. I mean, oh, 20 packs of 2020. I saw 2020 2020 for $40. That's what's happening though. People have stopped overpaying these people. Now they're stuck with these boxes. The prices are dropping, and everybody's moved on to these newer products. And now the Bowman's sitting because they release so much product right now. It's impossible to keep up with everything unless you're spending, $1,200 to $1,500 a week on cards. Let's see if I can flip this. There we go. So now you can see me driving, even though I'm not going to be looking at you. So there's not a lot going on out there right now, but there is a lot of there are a lot of dirt roads leading this way. I can't tell where the border is. Man, this is just sick. It's so scenic out here, but um, I don't know how long it'll take the stream to actually load. But if you are on here and you see this, like I said, tonight we'll rip some 2020. Uh, Hopefully packs I can pick up at the Target. So you're putting together Heritage. I actually put my Heritage in a box. I bought two more. I think it was Fat Pack. No, I bought a blaster the other day, and I actually got one of those chrome numbered cards out of it. I think it was like a Trey Turner. So it was pretty awesome, man. It was uh, it was that Trey Turner chrome, and I was pretty excited. Like I said, I'm gonna be working on Heritage too, but I typically wait for the rush to get over with. Like I wait for the desperation where the people are overpaying, and then when they give up on it, then I start picking it up. So I don't have to be the first one to open it. Yeah, eBay resellers, man. I'm telling you. Hey Cheswick, what's up, buddy? The uh, the eBay resellers. I mean, I feel like I had a guy on Twitter actually offer me um, 3 boxes. He said he would cut the price to $85, and I'm like, no, I'm not buying them from you. I watched you. I mean, he put it on Twitter. He went into Target and he bought like 35 boxes of Bowman Megas, and then he showed the total. I mean, I'm not going to buy from you if you're going to go out there and buy that stuff. So, I'll buy it from Steel City Collectibles and David Adams and these reputable dealers. I'm not going to do it from somebody on the internet that's trying to make $10. I mean, I'm all for you trying to make money, but if you want to make money, do it the other way. Open the packs up, find the card, and then sell it. But let's see, I can't Cheswick. I'm trying to read that, but I can't really read that all of it. Something about a shady spot, but I'm watching I can read the little sentences like Frank's typing. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. You know, if we stop buying from them, they'll stop doing it. That's the way I feel about it. It's just like if they get stuck holding the bag, they can. Now, I mean, if you want to buy them up and hold them and like sit on them for like 5 years, like as an investment, then I'm all for that. But like straight flipping it, like going in the store, buying it, and then turning around and trying to sell it for $30, like the moment you walk out of the store, I don't agree with that. I mean, you got different levels of investment. Yeah, if you want to buy a case or you want to buy 20 boxes and say I'm gonna put them on the shelf and maybe 20 years from now they'll be worth something, then you have the patience to do that. Then more power to you because you bought that as an investment. You didn't walk out of the store and try to turn a profit on it. But this is crazy beautiful out here, man. You can see for freaking miles out here. But I thought I'd turn the camera around to my ugly mug and we'd watch. Like I said, there's nothing to see really on the road. You haven't seen in the last 20 minutes. But I enjoyed actually being able to do this because you drive through New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, you can't do this. Nobody wants to see that. I mean, it's stressful traffic. But I think I just saw a wall. Hold on, I think if I see the wall, I'll pull over. Like I said, I'll show everybody. But I think I just saw like a section of wall right there. But I lost it behind that hill. I gotta watch where I'm going because you can see for miles right here. No, that's not a wall. That's a shadow. That's freaking cool right there. It looked like a wall, but I see it now. It's like a shadow off of the side of that hill. Still pretty sick. Like I want to turn down one of these dirt roads and see where. I am headed west from towards Laredo, Texas right now. I'm going to Laredo and then to Eagle Pass, and then I get to head north to San Antonio, and it's pretty crazy. I guess Border Patrol because many people don't get to say they're going north to San Antonio because that's San Antonio is pretty far down here, but I am. Oh, hold on, we gotta woe it back right there. School zone. Hmm. Easy, baby. There you go. All right, let's see. Oddball. What's up, Shane? Let's see. What's it? Cards and films. Yeah, I feel like Eric does his video. I mean, he does. I mean, he does flip on like his flea market finds. And again, I mean, it all depends on like if what you're willing to pay. I mean, I think if you show, huh, hold on, this truck just ran a truck off the road. Huh. The lane merges right here, and two people didn't want to give up the same spot. He's okay. So the what Eric does, I mean, he sells, he's selling a product. He's got such a cult following at this point that people get into the hobby and they will pay to watch their stuff being opened on this channel. And like I said, I'll never say anything bad about Eric. I mean, Eric is a businessman first and foremost, and he does what he does, and he's very good at it. I mean, he built it from nothing, so you've got to commend him for that. And if people are willing to pay those prices and be a part of it, then that's their prerogative. Like I said, I've been a Patreon member of Eric's, and I've bought into breaks from Eric, like from time to time. Sometimes the chase of the cards it's just fun to grab a stack. Now when you're buying 2011 Topps Update for 4 cards for $50, that's a little tough, but that's not his fault. It's the market. He's selling the box for what's affordable to people, but yeah, I mean, Eric's a smart guy, man. Like, he knows how to turn a buck. Like, he can go to a flea market and buy cards for, $10 and probably make $100 off of them. But is that his fault that he found the deal, that he worked the deal, and then somebody was willing to pay it for it? No, I mean, that's just part of it. But Zona La Escuela, I don't know what that is, but Eric has, the biggest baseball card channel on YouTube, so he can get away with a lot more than most of us. I mean, he's got more haters than anybody. I think Phil's Pulls is starting to gain haters every day. The more he boasts about opening, $45,000 cards and having $45,000 worth of base cards or whatever it was he posted the other day, I think that gets him a lot of hate. And I think Phil's Pulls absolutely hates being second to Eric Jabs in anything. He actually showed up in a Jabs live stream. This is how big Eric Jabs is. Phil's Pulls came into his live stream and tried to promote his channel. So when Phil's Pulls, a professional athlete, has to go into Jabs Family Channel to try to promote his own channel, that is pretty crazy. I mean, that's when you've made it. He's got Mighty Goat coming to watch Dodger Films, watches his stuff. Phil's Pulls, that's how big he is. He's got all these people, LA Beast, all these guys who have had big channels still watch him because he is one of the most recommended channels out there. So, which video is that? I don't know. I know he ended up getting blocked. I mean, you promote your channel without a super chat, I think you're going to get blocked by anybody, but I don't know if it's still on there. But it was not that long ago, maybe a couple weeks ago. Yeah, but Phil is really trying his best to not be second anymore. He absolutely hates it. I mean, you're a professional athlete, dude, with millions of dollars. Why does it matter? You've already lived it. You don't have to be. I mean, Trevor Bauer is a better follow on YouTube, in my opinion, than Phil's Pulls. I mean, Phil doesn't do his videos. He pays people to do it. He pays people to sort cards. He pays people to edit his videos. I mean, Eric does everything himself. I mean, aside from like some of the sorting. But if you can afford it, more power to you. Do it. But I don't need to know that you got $45,000 worth of base cards. I feel like that's just like being over the top, bragging. Some of us don't. I mean, it'll be the only time I ever see $45,000 in base cards. Because I'll never see it because I'm not going to pay that much for a product. But I think that's the draw to Phil's channel is Phil can open up like Sapphire, like these $20,000 boxes of cards, and you talk about an ultimate lottery ticket, man. I feel like you lose money the moment you open it. Yeah, I mean, you were pitching at Yankee Stadium. I mean, if you pitched at Yankee Stadium, what more do you need? You were a hot prospect. I mean, yeah, you didn't make it, but you got a contract. You made You made millions of dollars. What do you need? I mean, I'm out here driving a truck. You know, every day he's mean mugging in the swimming pool, taking pictures. He's got to take a picture of him. What kind of water he makes that day. You know, follow him on Twitter. I mean, that's what his life is. I mean, how bad is your life when you're making kiwi, strawberry, and basil water or whatever the hell he makes, cucumbers and olives and stuff like that. It's crazy. I I don't know, man. I mean, to be inside Yankee Stadium on the mound at Yankee Stadium, I don't know. You, I don't know if there would be anywhere. I hate the Yankees. I mean, I absolutely hate the Yankees. But I still find. I mean, I drive through New York there, and there's a sign that says Yankee Stadium. You know, exit whatever 2A or whatever it is, and I want to drive in there and I want to go to Yankee Stadium, but I can't in this thing. I mean, you got 73 feet of massiveness. You can see the sleepers back there. I mean, I got room for days. I mean, I could stand up in here, but it's it's pretty interesting. Like I said, I mean, somebody that to reach the pinnacle of Major League Baseball and to still be jealous. Willie, oh hell yeah, we're doing the damn bam today. Promote it. Let's promote them channels. Shout them out. Oh, if you guys have not watched Tree Trimmer 82, Tree Trimmer 82, just go spend 10 minutes in his stream and just watch it. Oh, hell yeah. It's glorious. It is glorious. Yeah, why do you need more? I just don't get that. I mean, I don't think, and he doesn't promote it, like, he doesn't put commercials and ads in his videos. So he's not doing it for money. 90% of what he's getting is given to him because he's promoting the product, like he's signed on. Like if you follow him on Twitter, probably Instagram. I don't follow him on Instagram, but if you follow him, you see he signs these deals with people. He's out there still signing deals. So the damn bam, it's your fault. And what actually it's John Jab's fault. John Jabs was on the phone with me one night, and we were just like we were searching these channels. He's like, "Oh, check this out. Oh, check this out." So we kind of inched into the tree trimmer live stream. I think it was like via Expedition Greg or something, like these promotional channels. And man, we found that, and it was like we couldn't stop watching. I think we were on the phone for like an hour and a half, and the whole time we're watching this, just laughing and just nonstop. But hey, the dude's got a following, man. He promotes the channels. If you want to get subs, I mean, I don't do it for subs. I do it for enjoyment. I'm not even subscribed to him anymore. I just watch it for entertainment because I feel like the subs there you get don't really follow you and watch you. Like, you have people who make fishing videos. Are they going to watch card opening videos? It's kind of like it's a card channel, but I'm driving a truck. I mean, how many people really care about me driving a truck? The only upside is that not a lot of people get to see the inside of a truck while I'm driving down the interstate. You know, but it definitely helps me pass the time. And I said, I mean, I had eight people in the live stream, so I'll take it. But yeah, Willie, don't blame me, man. Blame John Jabs. It's all John Jabs' fault that that tree trimmer became an icon. I know that Willie and Paul Loco have followed Tree Trimmer. I've gone in there and seen Joe's Card Corral in the streams. Like Willie's been in the streams. It's funny, man. It's just funny just going in there and he shouts your name out. Oh hell yeah! We got rippins, ripping for rippins. That's what he said. My channel name. Yeah. Oh, check him out. So it was pretty funny. But guys, I guess I gotta end the stream because I think I'm about 20 minutes away. So you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Like I said, stay safe and hopefully I'll see you tonight. We'll find some cards to open. If you're in San Antonio at Target, leave the cards on the shelf. I need them. So, thank you guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon. Till next time. Later, guys.